hard to be an artist. You're always bad. But the thing is, if you're always bad, you can always get better. We're gonna make my old art better because, oh, your girl was struggling. And I still am struggling, but less. So I have a lot of art. This man is scary. Yes, that's in my most recent part of Procreate, but that was just a sketch. It wasn't real life. Don't make fun of me. So this was one of my first like digital piece. Like, it wasn't my first digital piece, but it was one of them. First, before you do anything, before you make any artwork, I'm telling you, use reference for everything. And even if you're like, oh, I'm just doing a portrait of someone, no, you don't do stuff on your own. Even if you're a professional, set up your camera. We're not doing stuff without references. It's so important. First, I'm gonna critique myself as if I was critiquing someone else. What did I do well? First of all, the eye is really fun. It's scary, but like, if this was in the right perspective and stuff, this is a great start, right? We got, you can see, you know, I added the little inner corner part. That's what eyeballs look like a little bit. The eyeshadow, her eyeshadow is really nice, okay? Now we can see I try to do a little bit of rim lighting, which I still don't really understand rim lighting. I'm still a beginner baby. We're all beginner babies. And I don't think I'll think of myself of anything other than that until I'm 54 and a half. The interesting thing about my work at this time was that, like, if I had a reference, it was honestly not bad. There was lots of improvement that needed to be done, but I could like replicate a photo and it'd be like, it wouldn't be bad. But then this is what I would come up with when I did not have a reference. There's a few things I want to point out here. First of all, perspective. Perspective is hard, and like I said, just use a reference. Second of all, her ear is weird. Like, something's going on with her ear. So before we get into it, I'm actually gonna go to Pinterest and we're gonna find a reference. That's why I say set up your own, like, take your own photo, because if you're on Pinterest, you're not always gonna find the exact angle that you want. It might be close, but it might take you a long time to get exactly what you want. So the best way to do it is just take a photo of yourself. I don't really want to take a photo of myself right now, at least with this pose, because it's not too complicated. So I'm gonna see if I have anything that's kind of similar. Although she kind of looks like this girl, but I'm wondering if I could get a side profile of this lovely lady. Ooh, oh, look how, she's the Squid Games girl. I found the perfect photo. And the thing is, you can spend 20 billion years just looking for reference photos, but I'm telling you, just pick one. And don't be afraid to use multiple references. Now here's another side note. When we are looking at reference, we're looking at shapes. Let's say we're using this car as reference. I'm not gonna go, okay, I'm drawing this part first and then I'm gonna draw here. No, I'm not gonna do that, especially when I'm starting out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, okay, what shape is this truck like? Okay, we have that shape, and then we have this part up here. After we have the shapes, we're gonna carve it out. I'm gonna cut into the shapes. Okay, so see how that rectangle, it's not a rectangle there, there's a curved line. So I'm gonna curve that line. You're seeing this, right? Look at that. And then all of a sudden, it's a car. We're using shapes. Let's say I'm doing like a front profile. I would start with a circle, and then I'm gonna draw a line all the way down, and it's gonna go through the circle. This would be like where the bottom of the chin is, and this is where the top of the head is. So we have like from here to here, and then your eyes are in the middle of your head. So a lot of people, young artists, will make the mistakes. They're like, oh, we made the circle, I'm gonna start, my eyes are gonna go here. So they'll be like, oh, I have to draw a line in the middle of the circle, but you don't want to draw a line in the middle of the circle, because then your eyes are here, and then your nose would be like halfway, and then your mouth's halfway, and then it's just all weird. And also, ear placement is gonna be huge. Your eyeballs are gonna be right at the top of where your ears would go. And then the bottom of your ear usually goes like the mouth area. It just depends like on the perspective, right? So if I'm looking down, my ears are gonna be higher on my head comparatively. Her ears are kind of in the right spot, honestly, but they're just weird. They're awkwardly shaped, I think, because this ear needs to be fatter. I'm not gonna render it as highly as I rendered in the original. I mean, this is crazy time. There's a lot happening. See how it goes like this, and then it would go down to your neck, right? Here's go along with the brain. Especially when you're first starting, you can take that skull little thing you made and you can size it up and be like, okay, well, how does that compare to my brain, my little model here? I'm actually gonna use this to reference so that we can see it together. Now, obviously, you don't wanna do this forever and ever, but when you're learning, that's a tool that you can use. I didn't trace the features, I didn't trace the things, it's just the placement of, okay, especially when you're starting, you can be like, okay, this is how things go. My eyeball is too long, so my eyes actually needs to go to like here, and then it would be squished down like here. She has a really cute nose. Like, come on, how do people have such cute little baby noses? Your corners of your mouth go to like about your pupil for most people. These are rules of thumb. Some people's are slightly longer and some people's are big. She looks like the Joker right now. Usually when you smile like that, you have this little dimple part. She has no indent, so it just makes her look weird. Her eyebrows are way too long. Way too long. Girl, wow, you got them long brows. Now, unless you're Zendaya, and even Zendaya's brows are not that long, okay? You can have amazing eyebrows and they don't have to be the entire length of your face. Eyeballs. Let's talk about eyeballs, because eyeballs can be hard sometimes, but I like to start with circles. We're just using shapes first. So first we're gonna actually draw a line. And it's gonna be a curved line because our faces aren't flat. Mangas would disagree with this, but our faces are not flat. If you want to, you can always make the eyes bigger. I like making the eyes bigger. It's fun. That's why art is fun, because we can make anything we want. Okay, so I will make them a little bit bigger. But they still have rules, okay? Even if you have big eyes, you have rules for big eyes, okay? Also, eyebrows. Okay, let's look at these. Oh my gosh, that scared me. I literally got a notification being like, you should get Uber Eats. And it scared me because I thought someone was in my house. Okay, so when you're doing front facing, and obviously this is different, but when you're doing front facing eyebrows, now people in real life don't follow these rules sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, your eyebrows are too long or too short or too close together. Usually they go like to here. Dunk dunk. See that little flonk? And you go up and that's your eyebrow. See this eyebrows, I made it a little bit skinnier because when you make your eyebrows closer together, sometimes it can make your nose look skinnier. Some people do like even as far as here. If you're doing your eyebrow lining up with there, that's too far. You've gone too far. Rule of thumb, it's usually about, think mid nostril. Take a pencil, line up your pencil to your nose, and then to the corner of your eye, and then to your eyebrow. That's where your eyebrow should end. See? And this is rules of thumb. Everyone looks different and everyone's beautiful in their own ways, okay? Same thing goes here. We're lining up the nostril and then the corner of the eye. We're gonna curve it down. Your pupil's it's gonna be further back. And I won't explain further. I won't, I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll go into depth about that because it's kind of confusing. Should I give her a monolid? Our original didn't have a monolid, so I will give her an eye crease. But monolids are beautiful. But we will draw someone with a monolid later. Let me know who has a monolid that I should draw, because that would be cool. She has like an aegyosal, so maybe I'll add that. Next order of business is her hair. Her hair is a disaster. We need to establish a hairline, okay? We're gonna take her hair, and she has a little flippy-do. That's doable. We can do a flippy-do. But the thing is, like, it's too separated. Like, there's this chunk and then this chunk. I want to blend it. Hair kind of goes like this. When I was in middle school, I was drawing hair of an Elvis picture that was atrocious. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. But I asked my teacher, I was like, how do I do the hair? And you know what she said to me? She said, hair is not strands. I could draw every single strand of my hair, and guess what? It would look like garbage. I'm not gonna go like this. This is what not to do. No, I'm not gonna do that. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at the sections. So look, that's a section. There's a section here. Section. And we're gonna look at, there's kind of a section here. That's a section. This is a section. This is a section. I love Pinterest. Look how cute her hair is. Should I get this haircut? I might. Let's look at this beautiful girl's hair. Look how beautiful. This is what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna go like this. This is a section, and obviously these strands would be individual. Those can be individual, but the shape of the entire hair is gonna be one shape. Like when we're painting it, we're gonna paint, okay, here's a section of, I'm gonna put a brown there, a dark brown there, and then I'm gonna put a lighter brown here. You know what I mean? It's up shape. The thing we do need to get rid of is this awkward chin line. Look how much better that looks. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. I'm just gonna like start rendering it a little bit. Before, and this is the after. I'd say that's a lot better. Rendering, I could take 20 years on, but we are not doing that today. I feel like we learned a lot, you know? I think if anything, and I will say this in probably every single one of my videos, just use reference. Don't be afraid of using reference. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. I will put all of my social media information in the description if you want to follow me anywhere and just like see where my work is at. I mainly post on Instagram and TikTok. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I know I'm not perfect and I have a long way to go myself, but I'm telling you, we can learn so much together. See ya.